Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I will have guests on from the Troup County Chamber of Commerce and also from the West Georgia Health System. So stay tuned for those interviews in just a moment. But before we get started, let me just say congratulations to the LaGrange Police Department. At last week's City Council meeting, Sylvester Daughtry Jr., Executive Director of CALEA, was on hand to present to Chief Deckmar and police officer that looked on their 5th accreditation. We say congratulations to the police department. Also congratulations to Sergeant Kara Sanders, who worked very hard for them to receive their accreditation. So again, we just say congratulations to the LaGrange Police Department. Now, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned as we'll be back in a moment to start the show. Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have on a guest from the Troup County Chamber of Commerce and a recent graduate of LaGrange College, Megan Waycaster. Megan, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, I understand that you are the Director of Programs and Events for the Chamber of Commerce now.
I am.
But before we get started talking about that, I understand that you are a recent graduate, just as recent as May of this year.
Yes, I graduated from the college this year with an English degree, and I actually walked across the stage on May 21st and went to work for the Chamber on May 23rd. So it was exciting.
Goodness.
Yeah.
I'm sure your parents were excited about that as well.
They were very excited.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, and I understand that you're a native of Dalton, Georgia, but you were drawn here to LaGrange College to play volleyball. Talk about that.
Well, I met Coach Britsky, who was a former volleyball coach of LaGrange College, and I wanted to go somewhere that if volleyball didn't work out or I got injured, which is what happened, that I would still enjoy the school and still love the programs and the academics, and I just fell in love with it and decided to stay, and I've been here ever since 2007.
Well, very good. We want to welcome you to our community. I know you've been welcome before, but welcome again. Well, look, now, as the Director of Programs and Events, I know that you are very busy because I know that the Chamber has their hand in a lot of things that's going on in the community. We want to just talk about some of those things that are taking place, and I know that you are very instrumental in those. I just kind of, in no particular order, but I want to just talk a little bit about the first one here is Business After Hours. I think that's coming up next month in October. Talk a little bit about that and what can people that come out to that expect?
Okay, Business After Hours is a great opportunity to network. People from all kinds of places come, and there's always good food, there's always a good time. You can drop your business card, win door prizes, and it's a great opportunity to get to know people that you might not always run into in your day-to-day work. And also businesses that want to host a Business After Hours, say at a facility, we welcome them to do that, and we are starting to book new businesses to fill up the next year, and we do one a month. So it's a lot of fun and a good time. Okay,
very good. Now, let's say an example of business was interested in hosting one. Do you just call the Chamber, speak with you?
Yes, you just contact the Chamber. You could talk to me, Paige Estes, the president, or Sheila Rowe, and we can get you all set up to do that.
All right, well, very good. And then October is the next one that will be taking place.
Yes.
You know the location as of this time?
Yes, it's going to be at the Explorations and Antiquities Center, which is a great location. If you haven't been there, it's a good place to go.
It has been. I mean, it is. I've been there for a couple of times. Very exciting place there. All right, so we have the Business After Hours, and I'm sure that, of course, the Chamber will do a mail out and other notifications to alert the community about that event. And then if anybody's interested in actually sponsoring one, they can call you guys as well.
Yes, they can.
Well, very good. We have the Business After Hour, and I also know that I think coming up next month as well on the 11th is the Early Bird Breakfast.
Yes.
What is that all about?
Early Bird Breakfast is great. It is also a networking opportunity and also an opportunity to hear guest speakers. This one will take place on October 11th, and they're always at the Lafayette Garden Inn.
Okay.
And at 7 o'clock we have a networking coffee that is also sponsored by a local business, so get in touch with the Chamber if you want to do that as well. And then we always have a guest speaker and a sponsored breakfast there.
Okay, all right. And I think the guest speaker for this one that's coming up is going to be Mark Mitchell with the Georgia State Patrol Office, correct?
Yes, it is.
Very good, very good.
He'll be great.
Yeah, I know Mark, and he does a great job. I hadn't had a chance to hear him speak yet, so I may try to get out to that one. I think you said he's going to be speaking on social issues.
Yes, he is.
All right, well, very good. So we have the Early Bird Breakfast, or for short, EBB.
EBB.
Okay, EBB, all right. So that's coming up on the 11th of October. Now, let me just ask a question because it was posed to me. I'm a native of LaGrange. You've been here since 2007, you said. But for someone that may be new to the community and may not know a lot about the Chamber of Commerce, what are some of the services that you can render a newcomer to this area?
Okay, great. Yes. If you are new to the community, you can come in and we have a visitor center right inside the door. You can find out all the apartments, places to live, houses for sale, restaurants, activities, things that go on in LaGrange as far as tourism events, downtown events. We can just get you pretty much set up and show you your way. And it's always good to come in and see a welcoming face and know that we're going to take care of you. So we're excited. We have people come in all the time and they're always eager to learn and grab brochures and all that good stuff.
Well, very good. And I think, sometimes I think I take it for granted that, everybody that watches the program may be native to the area and may already know these things, but we have to understand that we do have people coming into our community, and I'm sure that you all have them coming into your office to ask various questions of what you just went over, but you can help them with anything from apartment hunting, I guess jobs, restaurants in the area, all types of services that you all offer. Now let's say, for example, someone new to the area has a business. What are some of the benefits of them being a member, and how do they become a member of the Chamber?
Okay, well, you just come to the Chamber of Commerce or give us a call, and our membership specialist, Sheila Rowe, is awesome, and I'm sure that she can help you out with all that. But some of the benefits of the Chamber are being included in all the networking activities and being able to have other Chamber members and partner with you and come in and help your business grow, and you make connections. And being a part of the Chamber is one of the best things that a business can do, because there's so many vital connections to be made out there. We've seen a lot of people come and join the Chamber, and it's really helped their business flourish.
Oh, very good. The younger generation, your generation, the social media networking and Twitter, Facebook, all of those things. But I think some of the older people like myself, we still like to do that face-to-face stuff, right? So there are some benefits to individuals becoming a part of the Chambers.
Of course.
And they can get membership applications there and things.
Yes, they can. And they can also go to our website, which is at lagrangechamber.com, and we have a link that can get you set up membership that way as well.
Okay, well, very good. Now I know there's a couple other events. There's another big event that that I attended last year that I thought was very, very good, that was sponsored by the Chamber, is the Expo that will be held also in October. Y'all have a busy month in October.
Busy October.
Talk about the Expo and where will that be held?
Okay, sure. Well, this year's Expo is going to be at the Callaway Conference Center at West Georgia Tech campus. And it's, like I said, going to be on October 11th, same day as the EBB. Lots of fun that day.
That's right.
And we are going to have over 70 businesses there, anywhere from small business owners to corporate businesses. And we also are having the Taste of Troop, which is all the restaurants going to be there this year. And this year we actually have the most Taste of Troop participants we've ever had in an expo. So we're really excited about that.
Oh my. I, as I stated, I attended last year, and there was this one company during the Taste of Troop, and I did the shrimp and grits. I hope that you all have them again this year, because it was just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
good. So the expo, and you have over 70 businesses there, and this isn't, the public is invited to come out.
Yes.
Is there a cover charge for them to attend this?
Yes, there is. Admission is $3, but that gets you in, and the times are from 4 to 7 at the Callaway Conference Center, and it gives you opportunity to go around and do the Taste of Troop, and you actually vote on who has the best taste, and also to meet all those businesses and get information, win door prizes, all that good stuff. So we're really excited about that event.
Very good. October 11th, so that's going to be a busy day. You got the EBB.
Busy day.
That's right. And also the expo, we have multiple businesses there that will be on hand to answer questions that individuals might have. So very good, very good. All right, as we kind of continue down the list of things that you all have going on, we're going to jump down to the month of December.
All right, great.
Which is the annual Christmas parade. Talk about that for us, Megan.
Our Christmas parade this year is going to be on December 1st. Okay. And the theme for everybody is going to be a perfectly painted Christmas. And we picked that theme because of our grand marshals are Oliver and Annie Green, and they've been so helpful in the community through working with the arts and their love of the arts. So we wanted to do something that would kind of honor them and tie in with them. And it's going to start at 6 o'clock and go around the square like it usually does.
Okay, all right, so starting at 6 o'clock. So they'll be staging, the participant will stage over at LaGrange High School?
High school, yes,
okay.
in the parking lot. So, and applications are at the chamber and online as well. To start signing up now.
All right, very good. I know that each year they have various categories that participants can win. Do you happen to know those categories?
Yes, okay. First time participant, and then best booth. And I think the last one is, not actually sure.
Entry?
Yeah, well, there's first time entry, best booth, and then I think there's one more for group entries as well, like the schools and the organizations at the college that do those. I think those are the three, but I'll double check. And they're online as well.
They're online, very good. And you know, each year that the parade I've seen, you know, has just grown and grown and grown with the number of entries that have been participating with the parade, and it's always a great event. The whole community and surrounding communities come out to support the Christmas parade, and I think that our community goes out to participate in the other communities' parades as well.
They do, yeah. The Hogansville parade is on the 3rd, and the Valley-wide parade is on the 8th. But also something new that we're doing this year for our Christmas parade is entrants are donating a new unwrapped toy to give back this year. So we're excited about that too, being able to give back for the giving season.
All right, so a new unwrapped toy, and they can just drop that off at the chamber?
We'll have a box at the chamber. You can turn it in with your entry.
Okay, well, very good. So you have the Christmas parade in honor two people that were both instrumental in my life coming up. Mr. Green was my junior high principal, and his wife was my art teacher. I must say she's a great teacher, but I was not a very good student as far as art is concerned. But two great pillars in our community, so I think that's a very deserving honor that they have been bestowed. So again, we just want to kind of recap a couple of things that's coming up. You guys are busy. The expo, which will be on October 11th, along with the early bird breakfast. And again, just tell us a little bit the times of those, each one of those, if you don't mind.
Early bird is going to be at 7 o'clock for networking coffee and 7:30 for breakfast. And the expo is going to be from 4 to 7.
All right. And just in case someone is watching, Megan, that don't know where the Chamber of Commerce is located, tell them where you guys are located.
Okay, we are right off the square at 111 Bull Street. If you are looking at the fountain, we're right there next to the City Terrace, and you'll see it says Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, well, very good. Well, Megan, again, we want to welcome you to the community.
Thank you.
And congratulations on finding work so quick, too, as well.
Yes, thank you.
And I appreciate you coming on, just sharing this information with us and our viewing listeners, and I hope to have you back on again.
All right, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back from City Week in just a moment. Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have on the guest from West Georgia Health System. We have a physical therapist, Laura Smith. Laura, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Well, you are a physical therapist with the West Georgia Health System, and it was a couple of weeks ago I had on a couple of dietitians from West Georgia Health System. So I think all of these shows are kind of tying hand in hand. You have got to have a proper diet, and then if your diet is a little bit off, I guess maybe throwing you out of line, back alignment, things of that nature, that's where you can help as well, right?
That's right.
Now let me ask the first question now. Being at West Georgia Health System, I'm going to assume, and you correct me where I'm incorrect, I'm going to assume that a lot of your patients perhaps come from the West Georgia Health System?
They come from West Georgia Health. We also get referrals from the surrounding area, from Clark Holder physicians, really a wide base of physician referrals.
Okay, all right, well, very good. Now let me ask, as a physical therapy, what is your main goal at assisting a client?
Our main goal is to help patients to return to function so that they can return to their prior level of function and to their lifestyle that they want to live. We at West Georgia, I'm blessed to work with some great physical therapists. One of those is Tara Wilkie. I've worked with her for years, and we didn't work together for a while, and now we're back together. And Michelle Williams is our rehab director. But our goal, probably over the last year and a half, has been to really listen to the community and listen to patients and figure out what areas within rehab are not currently being met. So we've kind of focused in on 4 different areas that I was hoping to talk to you about
Okay,
today.
well, very good. So basically, as the physical therapist, you guys heard that there were some voids in the community, and you all have come up with some areas that are addressing those voids in there. And you said Tara Wilkie, who works there with you, and Michelle Williams are some of the other ladies there in the office that help to fill these voids. Now, the first one here, I know I'm going to have a little help pronouncing it.
That's okay.
Lymphedema?
Lymphedema.
Lymphedema. What is lymphedema?
Lymphedema is a swelling disorder. It is caused, probably the most common thing that people associate with lymphedema is after somebody's had surgery or lymph node removal. So if it's common after a mastectomy, if lymph nodes have had to be removed in that treatment, then you are more at risk for developing lymphedema. And it's the lymphatic system is what reabsorbs fluid. So say you've had a sprained ankle and you have swelling there, then over time the lymphatic system reabsorbs that fluid and then you excrete it through your kidneys. So if you've had even one lymph node removed, you are more at risk for developing lymphedema. The good news is that there are some prevention and education that can be done. It's much easier to prevent than it is to treat. And most insurance companies, even Medicare, following a mastectomy will pay for a one-time visit with a physical therapist, which would be Tara Wilkie, to get education about prevention measures that they can take. And they will also cover, the insurance companies will also cover a compression garment or a preventative garment, a sleeve that people can wear when they're doing things like air travel and things like that put them more at risk.
All right. So, I mean, I guess when you talked about sleeve, I've seen people with a sleeve on their arm. So is that perhaps what they're treating by the lymphedema when they see that? Okay, all right. And it comes primarily, says, a swelling disorder after surgery and things of that nature, primarily more so after a mastectomy, correct? Right.
It doesn't have to be related to lymph node removal. There are some people that have lymphedema that haven't had lymph nodes removed. And if someone does have lymphedema, there is treatment available. And Tara Wilkie, who has 15 years of experience, she has worked over the last year and a half at an extensive certification process. She's gotten certified in lymphedema and also women's health, which we'll talk about in a minute. Okay. And she can treat, and she's getting some great results treating people that currently have lymphedema. And she uses a variety of techniques, manual lymphatic drainage, which is a type of massage, but it's very specific for lymphedema. Skin care is important, education, and then also compression, just like you mentioned, the sleeves. But they have to be treated first so that they can eventually get to wearing a sleeve. And so that's what Tara does.
Okay, well, very good. And you alluded to women health issues as well. There's another thing, a service that you all are offering there. Talk a little bit about some of those services, Laura, for us.
Women's health is another area that we feel like is a significant need. Of course, physical therapists deal a lot with muscles, and the pelvic floor are a group of muscles. Women, probably more so than men, have challenges and difficulties sometimes with weakness of the pelvic floor that can lead to urinary incontinence. That is sometimes occurs after childbirth. It can also happen as we get older. So and Tara really wants to let the community know that there is treatment available. Of course, sometimes surgery, has to happen, and sometimes medication is the treatment approach. But there's also physical therapy that can help, and Tara is certified in treating that urinary incontinence. Also, something else that's not talked about or that's not easy for patients to talk about is having painful intercourse that is related to the pelvic floor. So both of those issues, I think the reason we wanted to talk to you so much about these issues is because it's difficult for women to talk to other women when they're having an issue related to urinary incontinence or painful intercourse. So we wanted to let the community know that there are treatment options available. There is help for that.
Very good. And it sounds like some of these could be, could lead to some serious issues if gone untreated, correct?
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Okay. And then one of the other areas that you all are specializing in is back and neck, I guess, cases. And as I'm sitting interviewing you, I'm trying to have my good posture.
Good posture.
Let's just talk
about it's hard to talk about back and neck without talking about posture.
That's right. Talk about, now, what do you all do there for individuals that may come to you with, excruciating back pain? What do you tell them?
Well, Michelle Williams, who I mentioned was our rehab director, and I are working and almost finished with a certification process in an internationally known back and neck assessment and treatment method called MDT. It stands for Mechanical Diagnosis and Therapy.
Okay.
And what the primary reason we got involved with this approach is because it gets results for people that have back and neck or thoracic pain. And the secondary reason is because it gets patients are an active participant in the treatment, so we're not treating them and having them come back and come back and come back. Usually 5 to 7 visits is what it takes to get somebody better.
Okay, all right. So we got the back and neck pain, and then I'm going to come back and talk about that in just a little bit more before we close out. But I want to also make sure that we talk about, because you all have a free clinic that is offered to the public as well on the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays of each month. Talk about that clinic for us.
This is a new, we just started it about a month ago, an amputee clinic for anyone that has had an amputation of a limb. It is offered on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of every month from 11 to 12 o'clock. And we have physical therapists available. We have a prosthetist that fits, that's the artificial limbs. We have a prosthetist that comes so we can all assess patients. If anybody's having an issue with their prosthesis, or they feel like they need strengthening, or really any issue, they can come to the clinic, which is free, and we can assess them and then make the appropriate referral. If they need physical therapy, we'll talk to their doctor. If the prosthetist needs to make an adjustment or needs to make a new prosthesis, then they'll talk to the doctor. Or if anything else is needed, such as nutrition analysis or anything else.
Okay, well, very good. And that's the 2nd and 4th Wednesday of each month. And Laura, just in case someone, because we've been mentioning West Georgia Health System, just in case someone don't know where you all are located, tell them where you all are located, please.
We are located, probably the easiest way to tell people is at Lee's Crossing, next to Cisco's. We're in the same little shopping complex, LaGrange Internal Medicine, then Cisco's, and we're on the end.
Okay, I think it used to be a bank building there, right?
It did.
That's right, okay, that's right. All right. I want to go back and talk a little bit about back and neck for a moment, because so many of us, you and I, we're sitting here now, we have jobs where we sit, maybe for prolonged periods of time, and posture is something, because I was, as we were talking, sometimes I tend to find myself leaning forward when I'm looking at my computer or whatever. You were telling me before we came on, how much does our head normally weigh, and how much does that play into back pain, Laura?
Well, you hit on it in that posture is a huge component of back and neck pain. Your head weighs about as much as a bowling ball.
Oh my God.
So if which is fine as long as your head is over your shoulders and your muscles are not having to work so hard.
Right.
But our society, using our cell phones and looking down at our cell phones and our computers and our sitting, all of that kind of promotes this forward head posture. And when that occurs, the muscles in the back of your neck are on pretty significant strain trying to hold up your head, which is not really a problem in the short term, but can lead to significant problems long term. It can lead to and contribute to degenerative changes. can make you more susceptible to things like herniated disc, which I know that's a common condition that people have probably heard of.
Okay.
So it's very important.
Important.
And one other little point is that if it's just being treated with pain medicine and anti-inflammatories, if somebody comes in with neck pain or muscle relaxers and the underlying dysfunction, which is the postural component, as we sit up straight, if that underlying component is not treated, then you end up with patients that are coming back. You know, they keep having recurring back pain or neck pain, which is common. That's a statistic. I think it's 85%. If you have an episode of neck or back pain, then typically within a year, 85% of the population will have another episode. And so we try to focus on treating the acute injury or whatever the patient comes in for and resolving that, but also looking at the underlying dysfunction, figuring out what the source or the cause is, and focusing on that. And lots of patient education so that they can do it at home, they know what to do, and they don't have to come back and see us.
Okay. Well, Laura, I'm going to tell you, our time slips away, and it's a lot of exciting things and services that you all are offering there. And by all means, I would love to have you all, the dietitians, and you all come back again on the show and bring some of your models because I'm a very visual learner. So I want to thank you very much for coming on the show today and sharing all this valuable information.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back for more City Week in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining for City Week this week. My guests have been from the Troup County Chamber of Commerce, Megan Waycaster, and she talked to us about some upcoming events throughout the month, and also particularly in the month of October, the Expo, and also the Christmas Parade that will be coming up in December. So we want you to go out and enjoy those programs. Also, I had on from the West Georgia Health System, Laura Smith, physical therapist, and she talked about some of those programs that are voided in the community that they are now providing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want more information, give her a call over at her office there. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this week's City Week, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.